Welcome back, 5 Aces.
Battle control initialized.
Hey people, 5 Aces here. I'm finding myself in kind of a tricky bind right now and my voice has still not fully recovered. It's been 2 days since the last cast disaster. That sounded like me gargling glass shards. We're a little bit better here, but I'm still not fully there. And yet, I want to get some casts in because I've got some spare time. It is the weekend and this is the first time in probably, I'd say, 2 months that the kids are out of the house. So, yep, that is just about the right time to get some casts done. So you're gonna have to bear with me for the time being. My voice is still sounding a bit hoarse. Yeah, bring it on. This is the playoffs leg 3. This was a 3-way tie and that's why we had those crazy shenanigans with basically 4 players competing over 3 spots. And one of them was Mr. Colorblind, aka Fazzar, whom we already witnessed being taken down by Cav. The cavalry has run over him, but now he himself is turning around and getting a shot at taking Unano out of the equation. Unano probably, as far as the playoffs players go, one of the most I'd say established players, simply because it's been around for so long. His competitive track record thus far doesn't yet reflect that, but that, you know, may always be subject to change. We are on Yukon territory. Yes, that's right. I totally remembered. And we're seeing a couple early scuffles here, but nothing too crazy. Double refinery is going to be in the works, and War Factory is sure to follow. The faction picks, Ukraine for Unano. I feel I see him as Ukraine most of the time. Please stop killing my units. No. That is patently untrue, Mr. Colorblind. Maybe if you're deaf as well, and deaf to the sound of gunfire more specifically. Oh, he's stutter stepping his way forward, trying to find the NG. Okay, NG takes the hospital instead. You know what? It is red alert. You're better served taking the church, because the church at least contains a money crate. That's how it works all the time. Is it gonna be on time? It appears to be the case that Mr. Unano is gonna get away with taking the hospital at least for a second. Yeah. And immediately sending him back. There is no more rifle support, so no chance at an NG snipe, but hey. The hospital has provided light of sight for a brief moment. There's also a brief moment of free healthcare for the Ukrainians, so they need it. Just saying. Even though the public healthcare system under communism was notably, well, there were many really terrible things about the communist regime, but free healthcare was mostly available. All right, flag truck is out. As long as doctors were available, because that was a whole different host of issues. Okay, so what's been going on in the world? I've been reading all the comments. The weather has been completely crazy here. We've had upwards of 24 degrees here, and it is the middle of October. So I don't know what's going on, but more specifically, I do know what's going on. It is just, you know, the full effect of climate change kicking in. It is from now on out, pretty much every single October is going to be the hottest October since the beginning of the records. But that's the way it is. And yeah, we've been outside a lot. Oh, flag truck just poking away at a couple of rifle scouts. And I'm wondering how it's gonna start affecting places like Australia. Where specifically I know that there are some people from Australia who are not having a good time. Ooh. Okay, he's trying to trade here. I think that mostly works. Yeah. That was some good hit and run and kiting here. He never took the damage from the full stack. Okay, leaves the last one alive. He's going back for repairs now. Not taking any chances. I know why, because he knows the flag truck is prowling, stalking the area. There's also a mechanic mixed in from Fazzar. I really like that. Just basically an early insurance against losing your MCV to a random flag truck. As maybe that may have been the case here. Obviously there's been a lot of firepower going his way. So really solid early game for Fazzar. Fazzar unfazed. Not being disrupted, and Unano has opted for a tank. He's on his expansion out already, but he does not yet have his expansion refinery. Something I've noticed, the top league players are so consistent with the refinery timings. They usually get the refinery down as soon as the MCV deploys. And that is huge. It makes such a difference. I really love the kiting from Fazzar here. It's making sure that he's never taken the full damage here. Yeah, beautiful play, and he can now grab the hospital if he so desires. Unless he decides it's not worth it. No, he does. Okay, aggressive posturing from Unano. But I really do not like his formations at the time being. However, Fazzar is moving out right now. So this could provide a window of vulnerability. Thus far no tech has been started, just macro. Good old macro up. Oh! Oh, the rifle scout has just killed the heavy tank. Lucky break. This could have been devastating. If this push had gone unchecked. Okay, Unano immediately setting away. Yeah, there go the harvesters. Wow. Medic taking the brunt and tanking a lot here. Yep, that's already a dead refinery. This harvester very ill-fated too. Oof. Not a good showing for game number 1 for Unano. Just losing a harvester, losing his refinery as well. He does have another... Oh no, he does have another expansion refinery, but it is being taken under siege immediately. And a triple threat. Oh, the triple threat combo. This reminds me so much of Bane. Quadruple even. Yeah, you're now gonna clean up this army and gonna trade it for your entire economy. And we're gonna see how this starts to look in the earnings. Because the earnings graph is gonna be a complete massacre. Man, there's just a lack of scouting from Unano. This game is basically over before it began. We're gonna... Oh, come on, do something. MCV's moving back. Oh, he didn't even have the MCV deployed here. That was the issue. Oh no, now this random tank is gonna get another harvester. Yep. Oh, unless he can out-repair it. Nope. Nope. With the last shot too. Unano, my friend. The earnings graph is speaking volumes. Yeah, everything's on hold. He is broke. Poverty finance kicking in right now. So probably gonna be on Reddit googling or googling how to produce tank cheap, and it's gonna get advertisements to tons of Russian government sites that just advertise how to convert a tractor into a BMP 70 or something, as we've witnessed on the Ukrainian front. Okay, this could be a good concave. But I feel the mass is a bit overwhelming. I mean, the concave is better for Unano, don't get me wrong, but the front lines, they're just not there. Tanks are not connecting, still a lot of units standing strong. Okay, Unano is taking this engagement, it appears. No, never mind. Never mind without line of sight support. GG, some more tanks in the back lines too. This was just never meant to be. Oh, and he got this service depot with an engineer. So he was even relegated to tier 1.5. Yeah, absolute slaughter in game 1. Unano just not checking his flanks, and hopefully he's gonna do better in game number 2. See you in a sec.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
And here we are. This time I checked the name of the map beforehand. I know that's a first. On Military Mind. A map that looks a bit like... Yeah, it's the one that I really like. With pillboxes, with the FCOM in the corner. Secret gem expansion. Not so secret though. When you're coming back to RA, I mean, he is in RA right now. Oh, excuse me. I've come down with some sort of strep throat or whatever it is. And everything is swollen. My lymph nodes are just the size of 2 tennis balls right now. It is that time of year where pretty much every teacher gets their comeuppance for for the holidays, you know. Everybody's getting sick. It's so annoying. Okay, let's see. Pillboxes are being taken. So this means that it's gonna force out another power plant for Unano. I'm not sure if I like this early pillbox crap. Unless you sell it. Maybe it's just gonna sell it off. Yeah, 200 credits plus a rifleman. Not the worst thing in the world. He went double engineer. I mean, this is a tech map, but it's relatively safe to take your tech buildings, so I'm not sure if that's a worthwhile investment. Because Fazzar is on 1 engineer and is getting just the same amount of value. So I'm not sure what that's all about. War Factory first this time around. Okay. We're seeing a bit of a special build this time. Maybe he just wants to get the gems. So it's War Factory into power plant into second refinery on the gems. But then realistically, Fazzar already has his gems. So I'm not sure if that was really worthwhile. Yeah, now he's not going to be harvesting those gems. And by the way, this is a really clever mechanic. This puts a time gate on this expansion. The mapmaker really had some good ideas there because they placed valuable minerals there, but not gems. And what that means is that the minerals do inhibit the growth of the gems. So the longer you do not take this expansion, the more money you lose from it. It's basically an expansion you want to take in the early game as soon as possible. Just a little economical tidbit. It does definitely matter, does definitely play a role. Okay, so Fazzar, not yet out on the map, he's gotten his War Factory out now. And appears to be an early push, but with nothing to support it really. Sure, Flak Truck can poke away at a couple of rifles. But what you're gonna accomplish here? Fazzar cannot yet move out on the map, but he's got his triple expansion or triple refinery. He's got his FCOM captured. And the Flak Truck hasn't yet gotten any value. Interesting also that the engineer for Fazzar was heavily prioritizing the economical assets. He went FCOM into oil derrick, into corner oil derrick, and now only he's going back, taking the power plant. Okay, Fazzar losing 1 power plant here. Mass flak tracks, what? Unano is going mass tier 1 vehicles? Mass flak trucks? Okay, this is bonkers. This ought not to work. Flak trucks in mass are really bad against mass infantry. Simple reason being they do not have insta-kill potential. They do not have the health to trade with them. Yes, they do have range. But the more of them you get, the more problematic it becomes to kite. Because then, whenever you use a control group, one of them is always going to stray into line of sight. And also there's the hot counter out, there's the wind-up toy light tank. So I'm really not seeing the appeal of this build right here. Maybe he's trying to go for a bust on the MCV, but Fazzar already has an army lead, I'd say. Still fairly even. And the economy is gonna be even for now. However, he's just now started harvesting the gems, and this means he's gonna be behind on the econ timing. And it's pretty all-in-ish from him. 2 weeks. Okay, now he's adding. He's adding more APCs as well. I'm just not sure. He needs to catch his MCV off guard, otherwise he's gonna be up against a 2-base build. And then he's gonna be in real trouble. Okay, he's gonna find the army for now. The poking has started. Medics are a bit out of position. Okay. Some bits of the army are being shaved off. Yeah, I cannot fight this. No chance, not with the advent of turrets and pillboxes. Maybe going for the main base instead? That's an option. He can at least constrict the army movement. I mean, Fazzar is going to be really confused because he doesn't realistically know how many flak trucks there are out. And it is a metric fuck ton. Oh, Unano is wasting his time. And that is the one thing that this build does not supply him with, is time. Because this is gonna get hard outscaled. Ooh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure here. For the time being, Fazzar is content sitting back at his 2 bases. There could be an angle. Fazzar does not know where the army is coming from. That is his one disadvantage. He does not yet have any scouting intel. And now that he sees the army, okay. He sees that there is some infantry presence here. Problem is this army has no way of base busting. Outside of getting really lucky with tanking with the APCs and getting some good rocket shots in. Yeah. This is gonna happen. This is exactly what's about to happen here. You know, I think your all-in just completely failed. There is no more army. Just flak trucks. Oh my lord, what is this? Okay. The APC's not even needed, huh? What the actual... Is he actually pushing him back? Oh, this is where the flak trucks can be good. They can be good at chasing an MCV. Odds against it. But on the counter push, the rebound. Yeah, how do you stop the rebound? You've killed an expansion. You're up against 2 expansions though. So, a bit problematic. Bit iffy. It's getting a bit iffy here. He's got triple war factory, but no build radius and no cash. Whereas Fazzar is floating 7k. Oh my lord. This build, I swear. Yeah, I feel like he cannot defend anymore. Flak tracks are coming in. There's nothing to kill the armor with. Flak trucks are now wasting all their shots on the tanks. And look at how soft of a target they are. Oof. I feel like that's all she wrote unless there's a miracle. Oh! Miracle being that a flak truck happens to kill a medium tank. Solid. What he needs now is just more APCs for some tanking, some frontline. Okay, this has been cleaned up somehow. Through a miracle and a prayer. Yeah, thoughts and prayers not as effective as people would leave you to believe. Radar Dome is now out. Yep, Fazzar is in a good spot. He's also claiming the secondary expansion for himself. He's floating 10k. What about the army? Yikes, there has been a stark decline on both ends. Alright, some more fighting going on, but not too much. Okay, the tank gets taken out and the gem harvester is safe. That's a big one. But we've got more. That's 4 tanks, a couple rifles, couple rockets. At least that's good. The mobile flags are now in the back lines and they can start not wasting their shots and instead just do damage where it hurts. Okay, that was a good hold here. It's only the tanks remaining. That was very cost efficient. That was well played. So now he just needs a couple of rockets out to stop the tank push onto his gem mine. Because that's the vital asset he needs to protect. Economy. Yeah, Fazzar has been banking up. Fazzar is looking completely unfazed. He's got his artilleries out. The kill zone has been established. And this harvester needs to get the hell out of Dodge if he wants to see another day in his life. Oh no, the artillery announcing itself. Salvo's opening up. He cannot find a way into this anymore. No chance. Radar Dome has also been revealed. I mean, he killed the refinery. That is not the worst outcome. Tanks are just moving on to arena pastures. How many harvesters are there? 4. Gem harvester here, 5. Unano's economy is still okay-ish. And you know, Blackhawks are not going to do all that much because there's just a metric ton of mobile flags. But I feel you need to find flanks here. You need to be really good at flanking, and so far the flanking has proved inadequate. Okay, helicopters are not down. Nice, nice. Another army moving in. This time around there's just nothing to protect on this side anymore. Oh, it's now Unano floating 10k. How? Are you not producing, my friend? You've got triple war factory. And yet not a single service depot. Yeah, it's a bit of an issue, huh? Just kill the artillery, that's all that counts. You need to get the artillery on the way out. Oh, he's poking at it. Okay. Gets it down. Now he can maybe hold with a little bit of luck. And some good hit and run from the flag. No. Nope. No, there is more coming in. A tidal wave of Fazzar. Tidal wave of Fazzar heading his way. I've gotta say, so far the hold has been good. I think he's even been trading cost efficiently, yeah, pretty even. But that's about to change. Artillery is disposing of all the combat units. And now one harvester down, -1 just means that the economy is not gonna recover anymore. Fazzar's got so much infrastructure, and Unano is struggling to keep it up. No infantry production for him. Does he have no... Huh? He forgot about infantry production. Oh, Unano, my friend. That is not a good showing here. He'd been defending so well, but he got outscaled. That's just, yeah, my predictions here. This time, for once, came true. Oh no. What a sad day to be Unano. He's tried really hard. Got some really cool builds in. Almost catching the MCV off guard as well. Trying to commit into this base and just realizing that there is more base. More base yet to come. TBA. Yeah, GG as the chain guns are rattling through. Completely unopposed. GG, and that's a 2-0. There is also... Oh, Hauser still alive. He sold a PP. Oh, he was on low power. Yikes. Yeah, that's been a tough one. We're gonna be back in game number 3. Oh, Fazzar even with the tech. Okay, let's see if we can turn it around in game 3. See ya.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initial.
And game number 3, we've got ourselves Ukraine versus France this time around. On the map, I did not need to look it up, so a brief regression here. Taiga Vortex. Looks amazing. We're gonna disable the shroud just to admire this pixel art here. I don't know if those are custom assets. I don't remember those being in the original game. Maybe they're just recolored because they're desaturated or something. But it looks really, really cool. Reminds me of the map that I made ages ago that was not competitively viable, but it had this big... Basically it was a recreation of the Tunguska explosion crater. And having, you know, the general idea behind it that in the RA universe the Tunguska explosion was a weapons experiment. And they're fighting for to retrieve samples, which would have been the lore explanation. But yeah, the maps that I made were traditionally very bad for competitive. They had like 2 mines and did not lend themselves to non-tech gameplay, as is the case. Right, this is an FCOM in a really awkward spot. If you get this taken from you, you deserve to lose the game in 2 minutes. Let's be honest. Okay, let's get back into Shroud Vision. Cost Vision. So, where is this going to go? We're gonna just a couple of oil grabs. Nothing too special. I like that this is kind of a no base zone, but you can still pass it with units. Also reminds me of Sidestep with the layout a little bit, but not as restrictive with your movement. Sidestep, you had to go all the way around, or just funnel all your units in through a 2-cell gap, I believe. Okay, FCOM has been captured, the most strategic of assets. Fazzar is going for his Derek first. He knows. He knows. What? Is it really that worth it to kill that FCOM? Are you certain, Unano? You've just committed a lot of resources into killing an FCOM where there would have been just some regular base anyway. Huh. Curious. Where's his NG? Just don't tell me he lost his NG. No, there it is. Also, no veterancy on the rifleman indicates that no shenanigans have happened just yet. Waiting on his harvester. Okay. So no light vehicle first. Mr. Colorblind is only on the war factory timing now. So a little bit of a macro slip up, it appears. Or did he sell his? Oh no, he sold the refinery, that's why. That's his third harvest already, as evidenced by the technician. Forensic casting in action. Gotta love it when you focus on an engagement and, you know, behind it they're just building their bases, and the engagement is really just piloted by the AI on A move. Okay, a big army. And yet again, the formations for Unano, that he's just scattering he's not scattering his units, he's not lining them up, he's got them in a blob. And that can be very dangerous sometimes. Okay, at least gets to kill the Alderic. Not too bad. With light tank. Oh, this is gonna get nasty. The retreat is gonna get cut off. There is no line of sight here. There is not enough rocket soldiers. Yeah. Running away. Running away. And as soon as a unit gets prone, it is dead. Man, the light tank. Providing so much value. The light vehicle skip proving to be an absolute pain for Unano here. He's funneling more units in. What are you doing? Without his light vehicle too. Oh, that early game is a disaster. This could scarcely have gone worse. This may be game ending. I'm probably not even exaggerating. Yeah, one barracks down. First set of racks just biting the dust. Flame tower. I was only gonna hold for so long. The medic in the back line's doing some overtime. One more light tank coming in. And it is GG! 4 minutes and 33 seconds. That is, I think, a record for an RAGL playoffs game. Yikes! That was going from bad to worse. That was just Unano completely being disposed of, dispatched of, dismantled. And at the end of the day, his light vehicle skip cost him the game in game 3. A clean 3-0 for Fazzar. To be honest, Fazzar was always to be favored in this matchup, but that was, yeah, just a clean sweep. So, we're gonna be back with more. I think there's one more regular playoffs game, and then we're gonna go into the bronze and gold matches respectively. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time, hopefully with more of a semblance of a voice. 5 aces out.
Battle control terminated.